Hello everyone, GuardianE here with another live reaction and first impression video for Fire Emblem Heroes, and tonight we are getting the reveal of the next Mythic Hero to drop into the game. I have the trailer pulled up right now, I'm not looking at my screen, and we're going to go ahead and enjoy and watch the trailer together for the first time. So let's get started. Alright, I'm going to wait for the UI to fade, there we go. Alright. Let's see, a new Mythic Hero joins the battle. Who do you have for us today? Intelligent Systems. Oh! The Bowmaster.
My name is Ullr.
Ullr?
I was called a crusader.
Nice. Alright, she's very pretty. Holy Ullr. Deadeye, okay. Life and Death 4. Ingvi Ascendant. Alright. I can't pretend that I know really anything about her, but she looks pretty. She looks really nice. Alright, so we've got Yoon, Mila, who else? Selef, alright, Shamir, oh, alright, Dimitri, Reagan, okay, Saros, Luis, Pent, alright, Peas in a Pod, Sigurd as well. Okay, alright, so she is going to be a blue bow, a blue archer. Mythic Heroes are here and starting on the 29th. Very interesting, okay. So starting on the 29th and extending for an entire week, as is standard practice for a Mythic Hero banner. Can't pretend I really know anything about Ullr. If I'm even pronouncing that right, I'm going to listen to what she said and how she pronounced her name again. Let's rewind, take a quick close look at her skills as well as the banner itself, the composition of it, to see if I think this is ultimately a banner that is worth pulling for. Alright. I mean, I love the design of the bow and the quiver. I really love the highlights of her hair, this glorious sheen. She has this just giant mane of hair behind her. That's really neat. She has this sort of wild, unbridled look to her with her armor, as well as the fur that's lining the skirt. She kind of has a fur skirt there around her. She also has the straps of cloth stretched around her thigh. I really dig the ornate design of her bow, and you get this sort of crackling energy coming off of the bow too, which is a nice touch. She's got this cool, confident pose, her arm outstretched. Yeah, I think she looks pretty great. She is going to be a light hero, and let's see specifically what skills she has coming with her. So Holy Ullr is going to be her bow, 14 might, accelerate special trigger, so killer slaying effect, effective against flying foes, as all bows are. If a unit initiates combat or a foe's HP is greater than or equal to 75% at the start of combat, grants attack speed plus 6 to unit during combat and neutralizes penalties to unit's attack and speed, and effects that inflict special cooldown charge minus X on unit during combat. Okay. That's certainly solid. It's not super remarkable, but I mean, let's talk about the condition. Very easy to meet. She's going to be player phase oriented, and as long as she is player phasing, that's the condition for her weapon, right? Alternatively, if the foe is above 75% HP, that's when you want all the buffs anyway. On both phases, she's going to have all of the effects of her weapon. Plus 6 to attack and speed, nothing to scoff at. In combat boosts, that is very strong, and as well as the ability to neutralize any penalties to those. It's just not anything that's supremely unique. The unique element to the bow is really the fact that she cancels out guard. So she has a killer slaying effect, which means that her Deadeye is at a 2-turn cooldown, and then the fact that she is able to nullify the guard effect means that you're not going to be able to stop her from proccing that Deadeye, which is good. So it looks like she is going to be based around proccing it. Deadeye is obviously an Archer exclusive special. I kind of wish that we see more weapon exclusive specials just to diversify the weapon types. I think that'd be really neat. So far we only have one for archers. But yeah, Deadeye doubles the damage dealt and disables special or non-special skills that do damage reduction. Life and Death 4 for the A slot. That's going to fit her pretty well, it seems, because she is going to be player phase oriented and she's trying to stack that attack and speed. Ingvi Ascendant for the B slot. So this is a unique B slot for her. Neutralizes effects that prevent units' follow-up attacks during combat. If unit initiates combat, unit can make a follow-up attack before foe can counterattack. Okay, that's a cute little skill. So basically it has a desperation effect built in to this B slot. It's not health dependent. There's no threshold for it. It's just basically whenever she's player phasing, whenever she's attacking, if she can follow up, she's going to follow up twice in a row. Which is great. Neutralize effects that prevent follow-up attacks. So again, that's going to neutralize enemies' ability to worry fighter or prevent her from doing the follow-up attack, since she's going to have probably some pretty high innate speed. And she has all of these skills, including her weapon, that are going to increase her speed. She's probably going to have a pretty natural ability to double. And so really her weapon and her B-slot skill are just suited to ensuring that nothing blocks her from doubling, and that when she doubles in a row. Which is a strong combination of things. Times Pulse 3 for the C slot at start of turn. If special cooldown count is at its max value, grant special cooldown count -1. So, of course, we said that Deadeye was at a 2-turn cooldown with the Holy You-Fell effect of Killer Slaying, and then Times Pulse is going to reduce it by 1, which means that when Ullr attacks and she doubles, because she's going to have innately high speed and nothing's going to prevent her from doubling, that means that she is going to strike twice in a row, one to charge the Deadeye, and then the second shot is in fact going to be the Deadeye. And then after that procs, on the following turn, Times Pulse is going to proc again, which is she's just going to be able to do it over and over and over again, basically. She's always going to be able to double, and she's going to be able to double unhindered, proc Deadeye on the second hit, and then, again, rinse and repeat. So it's a potent combination for sure. I think it's kind of, again, we've seen a lot of heroes lately that just try to level the playing field and set things back to the way that they were. Neutralizing all of these skills that prevent follow-ups, or neutralize these skills that prevent special procking, putting it back to base 0 where your speed mattered in order to double, and when you proc your special, and you set up your units to proc your special, you don't have to worry about special nullification skills on the other side. So Ullr is another example of that, and I think she captures that well. I just don't think there's anything that's terribly unique about her kit or her skills. I think that they're potent skills as a combination of things. I've already kind of stated what her game plan is. There's just going to be other units and other archers, quite frankly, that will be able to do what she does. Maybe not completely as effectively as she does it, and maybe they'll require some support from allies, but that doesn't mean that they can't do the same job, I guess is what I'm getting at. So that detracts from her uniqueness a bit. And again, she's going to be a blue archer. That innately, in some capacity, it enables certain things, but it's also limiting. When you have a color archer, a color bow, that innately creates some complications potentially for the overall versatility of that unit. And she also faces some competition in the legendary and mythic ranks, because there's obviously going to be legendary Lucina, there's legendary Chrom, which are also color archers and both blue archers. Obviously, Ullr is going to be a more current unit, so her stat spread is going to be far more impressive than those units. But again, just siphoning a little bit away from kind of the uniqueness that she brings to the table. But again, she is going to perform brilliantly, I'm sure, in the role that she has, which is going to be just an offensive powerhouse, an offensive ranged powerhouse that's unstoppable and will proc that Deadeye and do tons of damage and eliminate a target. That's basically what she set out to do, and she's going to accomplish that well. Let's keep going here and take a quick look at her attacking art. Again, I really like the wing design of the enormous bow that she is wielding, the crackling energy coming off of it. The entire art just has these brilliant flashes of gold and red, which give it kind of, again, this regal look to it, but also elements of wilderness kind of tied in there with her armor and the fur, and the sort of the lining and the jewelry that she has. Really nice. Yeah, and her special art, just more brilliant, louder, more torrents of energy, just what you would expect. Looks good. So Ullr is going to be making her debut alongside Saros and Dimitri. That's pretty darn good color, I have to say. She's in good company in that blue stone, so if you do want to pull for blue, that's definitely yields some positive dividends there. They're all very strong, and they all give you access to some unique skills for inheritance purposes as well. If we take a look at red, we've got Seliph, as well as Reagan, as well as Sigurd. Okay, so a lot of cavalry sword users here all lined up. That's actually fairly solid of a color. Obviously, everybody has Reagan, but it's not the worst thing in the world to get additional copies of her. Both Sigurd and Seliph are strong red cavalry. They really are. So I would say that maybe not quite as good as blue, but still up there. And then for green, we've got Yoon, we've got Shamir, and we've got Pent. That's definitely not quite as strong. Yoon is starting to show her age. Shamir, we've seen a lot on banners recently, and she's not limited. Pent also not limited, but he is the most current of the units that are available on green, and he is pretty strong in his role. But despite that, again, he's not limited in any capacity. So I would definitely, I think green takes a lot of hits that way. Then if we take a look at colorless, we've got Air as well as Luis and Milla. Milla and Air are the mythics on colorless. Everybody has Air, but it's not the worst thing, again, to get multiple copies of Air. Milla does have a lot of uniqueness going for her, at least as far as her role and what she can do. Luis, not being limited in any capacity, I feel does bring down colorless a bit. So if I were ranking the colors, again, just my personal opinion, I would put blue at the top there. I would put red under that. I would put colorless pretty close to red, but also under, and then green at the bottom, just as far as the offerings that are available on each of the colors. Of course, really the question becomes what you're missing, what archetypes are missing, what components you need in your specific barracks, and I will just reiterate that at the 8% rate for a Mythic or Legendary Hero banner, as long as you're missing or would be completely fine with 2 of the units on a color, at that point, it's worth sniping on that color. So yeah, let me know in the comments below if you're excited for Ullr or any of the units returning on this banner, and if you're going to be summoning, what colors you're going to be going for. I wish you the best of luck on your summons going forward, and hopefully you get everything that you're looking for. Hopefully you all enjoyed the video, and if you did, please feel free to leave us a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more Fire Emblem Heroes content. We thank you all so much for watching and for taking time out of your day to spend with us. We really do appreciate it. Certainly hoping you're all staying safe, healthy, secure, and united out there, and wishing the very, very best for you, your family, and your friends. And until next time, let's protect those skies.